Greetings, Nimrods. So we're in the lead shed, and thought I'd do a quick video on the zombie shot. Now we talked about the zombie shot in one of the previous videos when I was putting some of my zombie appropriate loads in the house, specifically the short. Ooh, look at that, nice and corroded. The short 2-inch zombie loads I made, which have the zombie shot in them. And the zombie shot, I was hoping to show you some, but you know what? I must have used it all because I can't find it. But it was stuff that I had made with the Littelton Shot Maker, which is right here. Haven't had this pulled out in probably 10 years. It's quite a process to do it. You know, you have to melt down and clean up the shot first. You can't just put scrap stuff in the pan there. It really has to be a nice clean shot. Obviously it's pretty dusty and dirty from sitting down underneath the bench here for 10 years. And you know, basically it's rigged up so the shot, you know, is a hot plate essentially sitting on a metal plate at an angle, and these little bolts have holes drilled in them, and they dribble the shot out onto this ledge, and it rolls off of that and into a vat of brake fluid. And believe it or not, it doesn't burst into flames. The little shot rolls off and supposedly is perfectly round when it hits the brake fluid, which is only about 1/8 of an inch below that ledge. And problem is that the brake fluid, unless you have a really big vat, heats up, and the viscosity changes and the shot cools off not fast enough essentially, and it becomes out of round. So it runs for about half an hour and you'll get a lot of good shot off of it, and then, you know, then it starts getting out of round. And then God forbid it splashes on here, and then all hell breaks loose. It just turns into a total poop fight. And you know, if shot is $60 a bag, maybe it's worth doing this. Takes a lot of time to melt down the lead and purify it and put it on this thing and set the whole thing up and have freaking gallons of brake fluid. And then the lead is covered with, shot is covered with brake fluid, and getting that off, you have to wash the shot, and then you have to dry the shot, which is really hard, and then you have to, you know, get graphite powder on it because otherwise it oxidizes and is white and stuff. So I had separated all the shot and used the good stuff for shooting skeet, and it's perfectly fine for that. The one thing you have to be careful about is, you know, in a reloader when it's coming down. That's you know, in the neck reloaders. Now, I never used a progressive one. I just used the neck 600. But the shot tube, you can't do 20 gauge because it used to hang up in it. It was just out around just enough that it really didn't drop nicely down a 20 gauge tube. Never mind a 410 or 28. But in 12 gauge, it loaded fine. You had to use, you know, if you were trying to drop an ounce of shot, say, you had to use 1 1/8 ounce bushing or bar. You have to play games with a little bit if it's out of round. So you can make it work, but it was a kind of a hassle. But we still have this thing, and we will have it, and maybe someday we'll fire it up again, but I'm not planning to do it anytime soon. So the stuff that I had saved, that, you know, there was sort of the culls of it all, which was not very round, is what I had used to make those zombie loads that we loaded up and put in the house the other day. And I have a pile of these still. I got God only knows how many, but apparently I went through all the rest of that shot with making these things because I couldn't find any to show you. I was kind of hoping to show you a sample of what that stuff looked like. And I'm looking around, I don't see any. If I find some, I'll take a picture of it and insert it into this video. But at any rate, so there's the Littelton Shot Maker. That's what we made the zombie shot with. And I was hoping to find some zombie shot and load up some loads for you, but that's not going to happen today. So yeah, this is another COVID-19 video. I know everybody's stuck at home. I hope everybody's doing okay. And today's a big day. We beat the Chinese today. You know, we showed those commies how to spread a virus, and now the United States has more documented cases, even though we're not testing people, of the COVID-19 virus. So good job. Hopefully you're not one of those statistics. Everybody practice social distancing. I do that all the time anyway. I'm going to do a couple short videos today just to get some fodder out there for you guys to watch, because I know you're all stuck at home getting bored. And remember, Nimrods, Nimrod wants you to subscribe, like, and share this video. Happy hunting, Nimrods.